question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath, play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks in year 2 really have their breakout campaigns and show, frankly, why they were the starter to begin with in their rookie year.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a second and 6. Richardson operating from the pistol. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter, waited his turn, and had a really good first year as a starter.
Took a little while for him to get his chance to be a full-time starter, but once he got that shot, he's just never looked back. I mean, Mike, think, he's always had that powerful arm. He can push the ball up and down the field and make every throw imaginable. But that time he spent on the sideline, I think it ended up being a massive blessing in disguise. He was able to work on his game from a mental and technical standpoint with no pressure to play. And now he's reaping all the benefits.
And he's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
This one is caught by Reed. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those.
He's got his big tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On play action, Richardson. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Looks like a design run here with Richardson. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Packers.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. Just a nominal gain there to about the 9-yard line. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3-and-out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's Richardson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. To throw, it's Richardson. A throw on the move is caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Richardson. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That one, take it in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Colts.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Gay for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable with Reed. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position. The Packers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground here again. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Juju Brents in on the tackle. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one on target to Watson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable with Reed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Now Love. This one is caught by Reed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Love. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's caught downfield. Dobbs. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation play out across that defensive tackle position. I mean, years ago, Mike, they were the big run stuffers. They were big bodies in there just trying to slow down the interior run game. Now, these guys are not only big, but they're real athletes. Their job is to not only push the pocket, but win one-on-one and get sacks like that. I don't think we give them enough credit for how good they are as pass rushers from the interior.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Dobbs headed in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Love.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Love to the left side in the hands of Watson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On second down, Love. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
This is one of those throws where I don't think the risk is worth the reward. If you're going to throw the ball into tight coverage and take a chance, it better lead to a big gain, and in this case, a pretty modest pickup, considering that was a risky throw.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
To throw is Love. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
To find themselves back into this game here late.
That is caught at the 3. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. From the gun, it's Love. It is brought in the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll run here with Taylor. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Taylor. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Keyshawn Nixon, the return man. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's 2nd down. We'll go play action with Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's complete to Watson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and 8. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.